topic is husband material. Now, when we get married, marriage is about a joining and a following, because a man shall leave his father and his mother and cleave to his wife. So there's, in marriage, you join a person and you follow a person if you're a lady. Now, for most times, women don't think that way. Marriage, some people get married because they want to have sex legally. It's like, you know what? I just would like to have sex legally. Some women just want to get out of the house. It's like, you know what? I need to just get out of this environment and move into this man's house. Some people want to have babies. That's your main reason, babies, everything. But and then you go into marriage with that in your mind. I want to have a baby. I want to have sex. I want companionship, whatever it is. But really, there is a joining and a following. And to be quite frank, how many cars do you have? How many kids do you want? The questions people ask, that's not important, because there's a joining and a following. The main question to ask is, where are you going? If I'm going to join you and follow you, where are you taking me? What's my life going to be like? And what's my future going to be like? Because guess what? Whoever you join and follow is going to affect your destiny, your future, your everything. So the question is, where are you taking me? Where are you taking me? Do you know where you're going? And so husband material must have a clear vision of where he's going. He's got to be able to articulate clearly that this is where I'm going. This is where I am. These are the steps that I plan to take to get there. Now, if it looks attractive to you and you say, okay, you know what, this plan is feasible, this destination is nice, that's when you say, I will follow you. If you just follow for babies and he doesn't know where he's going, guess what happens? Exactly what's happening right now. Where over 50% of marriages have failed, and the remaining 50% is struggling. And those are really bad numbers. So we aren't looking at marriage the way we're supposed to look at marriage. Like, where are you taking me? Where are you taking me? What are you doing? And many times I see women trying to develop a vision for their husbands, and I'm thinking, how did you marry this man in the first place? Or the woman is trying to take the lead because the man won't take the lead. Like, how did you get here? And that's because you didn't see marriage the way you're supposed to see marriage. Do we get this? We're talking about husband material. This is Speedy. I am back every week on Friday. So please just mark your calendars and let's keep moving on. Amen. Now, the next thing is this. Husband material must be transformed. You can't marry a man who doesn't read, doesn't watch videos to train his mind, doesn't listen to teachings. He's doing nothing at all to expand his mind, to improve himself. This person will be poor husband material, because what's going to happen is that the things he needs to learn and know to get better at being your husband and a father, he's not going to learn them. He's going to struggle to learn. And if there's anything in his mind that he does that's causing you pain, he's going to find it difficult to learn something different, to allow him to do something different that will give you joy. So guess what? He's going to keep giving you pain for a very long time, just for the only reason that when you met him, you didn't realize that this guy is not open to learning anything. He's not listening to anybody. There's no coach, no mentor. He doesn't like counseling. He says he doesn't want outsiders involved in his marriage, which is a terrible thing. If a man tells you this, run. Just leave. This guy, and there's no end to transformation. So a husband material is one, transformed, and is transforming. So you've got to understand that we are in a flow of always getting better. There's always a better version of you and I that's waiting to come out. It just needs enough information to come out. So that is very, very, very important. Okay, so you got to know a man's values, know the environment that he came from, know his mindset, and just know his mind. If you run into a man with a negative mindset, pessimistic and negative mindset, what do? You run. You just run, no matter how handsome and tall. And this is crazy. Women say, I want a tall man. Does a tall man make your marriage better? You want a tall man. Tall doesn't do anything in marriage. It's good to like what you see, but that can't be your main point. Am I talking to anybody? Ibuko, how are you? It's good to see you. Anyway, do not consider a man who is not willing to do any work on himself. Okay, so he's got to do some work on himself. Don't marry a man without a mentor. Too many times women come to me and they say, PD, I need help, but he won't come for counseling. And I always ask, well, who do you have that will talk to him? And they say, well, nobody talks to him. Like think about it. You joined and you followed. You became one with a man that nobody can talk to. Only God can talk to him. This is bad because God will talk, but sometimes God takes a while. Or God will talk, but can he hear? So don't follow a man that has no mentor, no coach, nobody speaking to his life. That is very, very poor husband material. Okay? You don't want a person that is stagnant. A person is not developing their mind. They're not working to improve their character, not working to discipline themselves, and not working in love. Do not marry anybody who does not know what working in love means. If you ask a guy, what does working in love mean to you? And they fumble, and that's even if you know what working in love is. But if they don't know what working in love is, then they can't work in love with you. They can't be kind consistently, intentionally. They can't be sacrificial. They can't be generous. They can't be giving. They just can't be people that can be unconditional with their love. All of this is working in love. They've got to understand working in love. At some point in time, I will do a teaching called Working in Love because every human being on the planet should understand what it is to walk in love because that's what makes the world go round. Okay. You've got to see, now this is important. You've got to see the husband in the man before you make him your husband. Does this make sense to anybody? Because many times you're not doing that. You're like, he's a great boyfriend. He takes you out all the time. He's hanging out with his friends a lot. He comes home at 7 o'clock in the morning. He disappears for 2-3 days and everything from time to time. He's a awesome boyfriend. He gives you money and then you marry him. Boom. But what have you done? You never saw a husband in this man. A husband stays at home. He knows he's married. He doesn't stay till 7 a.m. with his friends. He doesn't go out every night, every single night. He's hanging with his boys. That's not a husband. He's dodging responsibilities. He disappears for days and comes back. That's not a husband, but you still married him. Because you're thinking when I marry, he'll get serious, things will change, and we'll live a great life. That has never happened for anybody. Take my word for it. It has never just happened because people don't change. Marriage doesn't change people. People change, if they get the right information and their heart's open, but marriage does not change people. So the idea that this rocker, will just marry and become a good husband, it doesn't happen. So know this, you've got to see, and this happens, this is for both people too. Even a man, you've got to see the wife in the woman before you make her your wife. As a woman, you've got to see the husband in him before you make him a husband. Because if you don't see the husband and you make him a husband, you're going to have a problem. Because you're going to be trying to change him into a husband and it's not going to happen so quickly. Did we get that? Okay. Like he was smoking and doing all the stuff and then you still married him. Well, that's what you got. Now, the big question here is, where's he going? Husbands must have a very clear vision about where he's going in life. He does not have to have attained it. And that's true. You don't need, see, it's interesting where you can meet a guy that doesn't have much today, but you can confidently know that this guy is going to be okay in future and marry him. Now, when he's made it, people are going to look at you and wonder, how is it that you caught this man? You caught this man because you were able to listen to his vision, see that his vision was intact, it was durable, the time frame was okay, and you followed him at that point. By the time a man has made it, most times there are a lot of women on his neck already. So the best time to catch him is when he's still working on his vision. But you've got to be able to analyze a vision and know that is this vision realistic? Can this make it or not? And if it can, then that's your man. And that's how women marry really great guys. And people wonder, how come you got this guy? You got him before he manifested to the world. And because you knew he had the potential and you made that decision. And that is awesome. Did you get that? Now, this is to the men. If you don't have a clear vision, Don't look for a wife. Don't get married because you're putting the horse before the cart before the horse. Because too many times, a man who you don't have a house, you have no job, but the main thing on your mind is, I need to marry. That's wrong. That's just outright wrong. And as if you're a woman, the guy comes to you, no house, no job, no vision, do not marry them. Period. Say PD said, don't marry them. No, and if you're a guy, go work on your vision. Get a coach, a mentor, get somebody that's wiser to speak into your life and help you design a vision that you can attain, and start working on it. And as the vision manifests, the woman will come, because great visions are attractive. It makes you attractive. The fact that you're working on something bigger than you, something that's going somewhere. Everybody wants to go somewhere substantial, somewhere significant. Everybody wants that. So if all you have to do as a man is work on going somewhere significant, and you will have company along the way, you won't have any problems. So let that be your focus. Are we learning something? This is PD. I am back, and I'm a teacher. I teach. When you come to my platform, bring your paper, bring your pencil, and just get ready to learn. By the way, this is I now live in Dallas. I've kind of been in Dallas a lot of times. So I'm planning a live event in Dallas on the 12th of October. So if you're in Dallas, I want to know who you are. I need volunteers. I need to build a community. I'm building a physical community and an online community. Physical in Dallas, we'll meet once a month. It will be really amazing, packed with fun, packed with learning. But it's a journey. Let's do life together. It's going to be a journey of learning and knowing a lot about relationships and just being successful in the things that we do. It's a life coaching journey as well. So join me on this journey. DM me if you're interested in volunteering or being a guest to discuss on one of my shows. I'll be here every Friday, and I'm building 2 communities, one online and one physical. Please reach out to me if you have people in Dallas, in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. Are we good? Fantastic. Now, never get married in a hurry. Husband material does not try to get married in a hurry. Anytime somebody's trying to hurry you into marriage, it's a bad sign. Okay? It takes a while to get to know people. Like I haven't seen anybody. It's like a person can hide who they are from you for at least 3 months. For sure. This I know for sure. But over that, it's difficult. It's hard. To be quite frank, time reveals everything. Time reveals. So when you meet a person, your goal is, what's this person's mindset? And if they are trying to hide it from you, and I say this, when men are looking for women, it's a project for us. So we're focused. We're willing to change our normal routines. We're willing to, not like we're trying to be deceptive, but we're so focused on the catch that we put our best foot forward. Any normal person will put their best foot forward to catch something. But guess what? You don't always live with your best foot forward. So whoever it is that you're catching is going to see your best foot, but that's not really you. Am I talking to anybody? Do you understand? So you've got to get past seeing a man's best foot, because the first thing you see is his best foot, his best behavior, very, very polite. He's opening doors, he's shutting doors, he's lifting, he's doing everything. But that's not how he lives normally. So it takes a while. After he's hung out with you for like 3 months or so, he will slowly default to his normal self. And that's when you see him and say, wow, this is the person that's been talking to me. And you'll be shocked how different that person is from the person that you've been seeing all along. That's why people get married and say, well, why aren't you romantic? When you were dating me, you were a romantic guy. But right now, the guy tells you, well, I'm not a romantic person. He'll tell you from like, I'm not romantic. But guess what? When he was chasing you, he was very romantic. So you've got to get past the 3 months level so you can know in your mind what you're getting. So you can decide, do I want this or not? So that's very important.